Hello, my name is Maritza Hurtado, and this is discussion post 4 for the culture class. First question was, what were my thoughts and feelings as you read the chapters and watched the videos? After reading the chapters, I reflected on which stage in the racial cultural identity development model I was in currently, and at which age I was in a particular stage. It gave me much thought, and I look back at my experiences and I look back at um, how I used to think about myself, especially in teenage years, growing up in New York City. And I felt that I mostly tried to identify more as a white female because of that's what I saw mostly on TV represented in magazines and in the movies. I remember watching Pretty in Pink, wanting to be Molly Ringwald, um, or any of Rob Lowe's girlfriends in all of his multiple movies in the 80s. So there was not much representation for a person of color or a Latino girl such as me with curly hair. So that was a different stage, and I would say that I would have probably been in the stage of resistance and immersion. Or, yeah. Right now, I feel that I have resolved my mature thoughts of wanting to be more like the accepted color. So that's one thought. Another thought, especially with the videos, were that they were all very interesting to me, especially the one that the children had to point out to a particular colored figure of a child in different variations of tones, I guess, or colors of beige, I guess, to brown. Um, it was interesting how there was a huge majority of them that portrayed the darkest child as a negative or bad child with those negative attributes, and how many kids of color wanted to be like the white kid or the beige character there. That was very interesting. And also, I really liked the video on the guy that interviewed multiple people on the street from diverse backgrounds. I thought he was very insightful. I thought the questions were very insightful. And I also, I remember thinking how there's one speaker that commented on being judged on talking white or as she was white just because they spoke proper English or they didn't have an accent or you know they spoke with proper pronunciation or grammar. So that was very funny, and I've had comments like that said to me, or just joking, just talking like different people, and that it's just interesting how we judge people by the way they speak. How different, this is the second question, is how different was to read and reflect or watch things that related to me as a person, and am I closer to a particular culture as opposed to things that were far from who I am. I felt that it was amazing to get different perspectives and points of view. What I felt that unified most about the comments in the video, stereotypes and racial identity, was all the biased comments people spoke about. It was nice that the interview was comedic and it brought an easygoing approach to uncomfortable topics discussed. Thinking in the development process that related to me in chapter 11 or 12, like I said, I feel that I am in phase 5. Integrative awareness is what I currently am, actually, and I feel that I have resolved my mature thoughts of wanting to be more like the accepted or common color or race that was mostly represented when I was growing up in the 80s. I was also relieved when big hair was actually in style. This made me more comfortable in my own skin. I didn't feel like I had to straighten my hair all the time or blow it out. I also felt that taking different courses in college, so when I went to college level, that stage of my life, that I was more accepting of myself, and it made me also help me to understand my background and how I fit in it within an American society. So who I was within an American society here in the US of A. Because I feel different when I am in another country, let's say where my parents are from. If I were to visit the Dominican Republic, how I feel as an outsider there. So it's just different how I feel in different places, I guess. What are your strengths and weaknesses regarding cultural competence and development? I feel that one of my weaknesses is currently on gender issues, that whole gender development and basically, especially on people who do not designate a gender or non-binary. I need to better educate myself about this group so I can provide more cultural responsive mental health counseling, a responsive mental health counseling experience, and support them in their academic goals as a college advisor. Wow, that was a mouthful. I feel that one of my strengths is that I generally want to help people and not harm them. I feel that because of this purpose will help me continue to fine-tune my counseling skills and will also help me strive to be more accepting of others. And that's the end of my discussion for today. Thank you. Bye.